Hey, what's up with it, friends? How y'all doing? So, like you guys heard, Audrey's killer, Steven McDougal, whatever his name is, that guy accepted a plea deal. He took a plea deal. They had like this hearing all of a sudden, right? Today, this morning. No phones were allowed in the courtroom. But this guy took a plea deal, life without parole. And a lot of people are angry, and I understand because I'm angry too, friends. But I got to point something out. I'm going to wait for some of y'all. Hey, friends, how y'all doing? Good morning. So, as you guys know, Audrey's killer got life without parole. He stepped up with a plea deal. They took a plea deal, and I guess they accepted it or something. I don't know. But I don't know how all that works over there. But they accepted the plea deal. They're taking it. He's signing life without parole, without the possibility of ever getting out. A lot of people are angry and say that the death penalty should have been, if the death penalty was the real death penalty, I would say, yes, death penalty, right? But the death penalty is not the death penalty. They get to live for 30 years exhausting appeals. I know this because we have killers that are sitting on death row, and it's been decades. They have not been put down. So the death penalty is not the death penalty, really. So I don't know, friends. I hope that the dude gets to go to general population somewhere. And I hope that prison justice or some kind of other karma comes through. That's what I have to say about that, friends. I pray and hope that karma handles it the way it should. And that will happen in general population or even medium custody or whatever in a regular prison. So I don't know. Having him on death row, he's going to get to live 30 years without any kind of nothing. And he gets visits and pen pals and all that bullshit. But maybe, just maybe, there will be some kind of karma waiting for him in a regular prison. So we'll see what's up, friends. Yeah, let's pray. Yeah, let us pray. Life without parole means exactly that. Gen Pop, yes. I have faith. God's going to handle it however he's got to see fit, man. Don McDougal does not deserve to live. I don't care what nobody says. Yes, we have seen guys on death row that get to live there for years and years, decades. Sometimes like Arthur Brown. We had a judge here in Harris County that gave him an extra year because she didn't want to sign his death certificate. After a guy if a person gets sentenced to death row, they're fighting appeals, and it takes a long time. There are groups, the Innocence Projects. There's all these different groups out there. That some people are innocent, right? I get it. I'm not ever going to say there's not, but a lot of them are guilty. They deserve to be there. They deserve everything that awaits, right? But a lot of these times, these guys are living in death row for decades. They outlive. Sometimes these criminals get to outlive the family members of the victims they killed. I've seen it. I've seen people whose family members have been killed, and they die before the killers die. And they don't get to see that. They don't get to see when they're executed. They don't get to see that. I'm praying that karma, God has a way with working stuff out. I pray that karma handles it. Sometimes it will. I don't know, friends. It's not for us. We're not God. But I do want to tell you, if it comforts anybody, if it's of any kind of comfort, death row is not death row. So this life without parole thing, it might play out the way it should. So let's let it play out, friends. It's a roll of the dice. It's a roll of the dice. Here we go. Throw the dice out. And that's it. Let it be. Let it play out, friends. Let it play out. Oh, thank you. Somebody said, congrats on the award that you are receiving tonight. Thank you. Precinct 4, you guys are so amazing. I'm getting an award today. And with Precinct 4. But yeah, friends, thank you so much, y'all. My mom's going with me. My mom's going to go with me. Somebody says he will be in administered segregation, a cell all alone. But you know what? things happen in admin seg. Things happen in segregation. I mean, I fought somebody and I was in seg before. Things happen, friends. The prison system, the TDCJ system, it's a crazy one. I'll tell y'all that. I fought people and I was in seg. So you tell me how that happens. That's all I gotta say. I've been in seg before, and I laid hands on folks, and I was supposed to be by myself. So that does not work, y'all. That does not work. Oh, thank you, friends. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, friends, just know that it'll work out the way. The karma will work the way it needs to. I'm telling y'all, friends. And there's a lot of he has all these ties to all these like hate group things, and they don't play that chomo stuff. He already has ties to I don't know if it's neo-Nazi. I don't know what the hell he's into. But he's already tied in that. He's affiliated somehow from prison shit. He's got all them tattoos and stuff. They're gonna handle that, friends. I have a feeling, because you don't touch kids. You don't touch kids. Yes, granted, there's a lot of chomos and they get a lot of protection. But he is a different kind. He's a chomo. He's a chomo child killer, and he's already got that jacket on him. So we'll see what happens, friends. We'll see what happens. Take comfort that he's got a lifetime for them to take care of it. I'm not telling no lies. The death penalty would not have been the death penalty. He would have lived for 30 years. He would have lived for 30 years and possibly more, because we got some dudes that are still in there. There was a guy named, that killed a little girl, and Gallegos, I forgot his first name. But this guy is still in prison, and it's been more than 30 years, and he killed a little girl. He did some things to her while mom was working, and that guy, Arthur Gallegos, I think, I forgot his name. He killed a little girl, I think her name was Destiny or something. And that guy, this happened like in the early 2000s, and that guy is still locked up, man. And then Arthur Brown in 1993, there was a guy named Arthur Brown who executed a family. Like, there were 7 people in a house, and I think he killed like 6 of them, and including a pregnant woman that we posted about. We posted her many times. And this guy Arthur Brown and his co-defendant, they lived in death row for many years, and they exhausted appeals, and once it was time for them to finally put him down, the judge here in Harris County, Natalia, whatever her name is, she did not want to sign the warrant for even when they have the death penalty hanging over them. There's still one more judge that has to sign off. The judge did not want to sign off. He got to live another year and a half. I know, because I was going to court with Jessica's family. Her name's Jessica Quiñones. It came back to me. Arthur Brown got to live extra time because we had a judge in Harris County who was too afraid to do her job and sign off on the death warrant. Her mother was probably like in her 30s when all this shit happened, when her daughter was killed and her grandbaby killed, right? When they were executed, because they were executed. Her mom is now like 60, 70 years old, and she was afraid that she was going to die before Arthur Brown. She says, if this judge doesn't sign off, I might not ever get to see this man pay for what he did to my daughter. Oh, friends, she got it finally, because we made noise about it. I think that we made a lot of noise about it and raised a lot of hell. And finally, a year later, finally signed off on it. But I sat there in the courtroom and heard all these different excuses and all these delays on why they needed to wait a little longer for this guy. And he got to live more and breathe air on our dime, on our money. Our money funds these guys to live. So let it play out, friends. I am a true believer in karma. This guy's got gang affiliations and like hate group affiliations, and they don't play with that chomo shit. So let it, I think it's the Featherwoods. I don't know. I don't know, like the Nazi shit. I don't know what's what. The Aryan Brotherhood. I don't know. But I do know that them folks, they don't play around about one of theirs being labeled a child killer and a chomo. Somebody says, Grizzy, I am so furious he got a plea. I don't know, friends. Maybe the plea deal is so that he can explain what really went down, because he's not told anybody what happened. He at first denied doing anything. So maybe this plea deal, maybe this will provide the family with answers, because sometimes you got to take a plea deal. Sometimes the family doesn't want that, but they do want answers. So it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't. Maybe that plea deal, part of that, he will have to say what he did, because we don't know everything. We don't know anything. And will we really know? Not really, because he could lie. So hopefully he becomes truthful. These plea deals sometimes offer the families answers. I know, because I've been covering this shit for a long time. So maybe the plea deal will do that. He's got a jacket on him, so it might be for the better to let him go to TDCJ in a regular prison. Yeah, admin seg my ass. I was fighting in admin seg. I was fighting other inmates, and I was supposed to be by myself. So y'all can lay it down with that admin seg shit. That admin seg, depending on which boss is working that freaking picket, whoever's working that picket, they'll let it open. Whoever the trustee is, trustees are crooked. Prison is crooked, y'all. I did time in prison, I know. Inmates get raped, they get killed, and all kinds of stuff. I watched women die. I did time, so I know. I know these things. There was a girl named Janie. She killed her cellmate because she couldn't stand her cellmate, because the cellmate was talking about Jesus all the time and a crow, and her cellmate was MHMR. You don't get help in prison. If you're labeled like mental health, issues and all that stuff, they don't care. They're going to put you with somebody that might be super normal, but how normal can you be in prison? What is going on over there? Look, hold on, friends. Something's going on over here. What is that? Yeah, we got somebody famous coming to the hood or what? What is this? Hold on. I don't know what this is. Baby, we got police escorts. That's how we roll in the hood. Rest in peace, man. Somebody's on their way to a funeral. Oh, man. Yeah, friends. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's not be angry. Let's try to just pray. I just pray karma handles it, friends. God, life has a way, man. Just because something is said and done on paper, God has the ultimate say. So I'm a firm believer in that. God will handle it, friends. God, let God see it through. Don't put that evilness in our hearts, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm 45 years old and I've seen a lot of shit, and I've done prison. So I know what prison is about. I've been in prison, so I know. Baby. Yeah, we're going to have to let it play. Somebody says, just think, you were complaining about costs for insurance and healthcare. He now gets a free roof over his head and healthcare on my dime and yours. I hope he is brutally tortured every day. Amen. I don't disagree with that. And I did sign back up for insurance, because damn if I do, damn if I don't. I unenrolled myself from insurance. Insurance is the biggest freaking theft. The government is a thief sometimes, man. Like, friends, not the government, these insurance companies, this Obamacare crap, it screwed people over, man. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You get taxed if you don't have it, which I would have ate the tax. But damn, man, I'm like, you know what? I'm having to go get breast exams, all this stuff. It's just cheaper if I go on. I'm going to do insurance this year so I can get really healthy and just be done. Next year, I'm unenrolling again. So I re-enrolled. I'm going to have insurance for the rest of this year. And then look, friends, look, this is my hood. Home of the hood news. Look, we just saw a limo, and we going to see horses down here, man. Baby, this is my hood. This is where I stay. I'm a hood resident. I stay in the hood. I ain't in no suburbs. I don't think I'll ever live. I don't think I ever want to live in a suburb, but whatever. Look, here comes the horse. Baby. Oh my God. This is H-Town, baby. You know, somebody sent me a picture of a car on Swingas. And I'm like, sis, we're in H-Town. Like, what you want me to do? Like, I celebrate those cars. I love the slab movement. Like, I love it. Like, y'all are crazy. Like, come on, lady. Chill. We could people watch here all day long. That's the spot right there. That's the spot. This is the other spot too. That place gets looted every time there's some major, like a earthquake, hurricane, whatever, not earthquake, but a hurricane or natural disaster. This 76 is the first one to go. Baby, they bust the windows, and that hair shop over there too. That hair shop. Oh my God, it gets looted every time. It gets looted every time. This is home of the Hood News. This is where the Hood News was born. When I started my little Hood News crap, when it was like, I didn't know what I was doing and stuff, this is the birthplace. And everybody was down for me filming them. It was so funny. Everybody, HPD was a good sport, and my neighbors and the community, they didn't mind. They didn't mind. They're like, what you doing, Hood News? So yeah, shout out to all my neighbors, man. It's really good to have good neighbors. Very supportive. My neighbors were very, very supportive everybody in this neighborhood was very supportive. Shout out to a good community. This is a good community. We got good people here. It's crazy, but we take care of one another. Yeah. Good morning, friends. I come from the hole, for real. This is, like, to me, this is like beauty. Yep. Hey, good day, friends. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. The Audrii, man, I think about her all the time, friends. At the end of the day, like, there's a beautiful little girl that was taken way beyond her years, dude. She was so small and innocent, like a little child, 11 years old, friends. That is the biggest tragedy. But for her name, hopefully the family gets answers now. Maybe through this plea deal, there's got to be some kind of something out of all this. If he would have killed himself, that would have been cowardly. The death row penalty is not death row. He gets to live 30 years and fight and plea and all this kind of stuff. And they could have spared his life, right? Just on a technicality. It's a gamble. It's a gamble when you fight for justice. Because if he would have had death row and he would have been there all them years, and he would have gotten appeal, maybe somebody would have accepted the appeal and just put him anyways. So we don't know. We don't know how this stuff could have played out. I just say, let God decide. Man, let us down with this plea bargain, because it is a letdown. It is a letdown. It's a letdown that the guy gets to live life without the possibility of parole on our money. It is a letdown, but he says different. God has the ultimate say so, and it will play out as he sees fit. Yeah. God has the ultimate say so, man. A lot of people were messaging me. Y'all know, like the Audrii situation, it really messed me up, friends. I needed therapy for like a few months following. I got free therapy. And, I got free therapy until it wasn't free no more. So like it really messed me up, because we never covered a story where a child had been missing. Usually they were found or we would hear about deaths, but this was the first time that we get involved in searching for a kid, and we're out there every day. I was driving to Livingston out that way every day just to find out that she was no longer alive. And that, friends, in itself, a little girl, 11-year-old girl, we were there that Friday morning, Saturday, Sunday. We got to see when Texas EcuSearch came in. We got to see when there were developments, like possibly somebody found something, right? Like a shoe or whatever. We got to see all these different people come out and support the finding of her, just to hear that a few days later. So Friday, she went missing. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I filmed the show and I got the call. Hey, Grizzy, they found her. I never said much about it. I drove my ass over there. And I was supposed to go with somebody else because my car needed an oil change and it was way past due. But I wasn't getting it done because I was going over there all the time. But I just went. I said, fuck it, my car breaks down, I'll just Uber. And just to find out. And I knew before I even ever said it because I didn't want to believe it. But that they had found her, friends. And a child should never go through something like that. You know, we can play the blame game all day long. Just watch your kids. That is the biggest message. Be aware. Don't let people around your children. That is the biggest message I have. I'm not going to criticize nobody. You know, we can point fingers all day long. This guy, Steve McDougal, or Don Steve McDougal, he took her life. He should have never done that. No matter what the situation was, no matter where he lived, no matter who gave him, no matter what, you don't touch kids. You don't touch kids. So I don't want to be blaming folks. I don't want to do that, but I do want to use this story to tell somebody else. Do not allow people around your kids. You don't do that. We're not in those times. I don't think we've ever been in times because things were happening in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. Children have never been respected. I was a victim too. Children have never been, children have always been, preyed upon throughout history, everything. It's more known now. But I know 50, 60, 70-year-olds that were molested, right? Because I talk to y'all. Y'all share your stories with me. So with that said, friends, be very careful who you allow around your children. Don't let nobody have free range or access. Don't leave your children around some dude. Don't talk to them. Tell them to tell you if something's not right. Lord knows, man. This guy, con mala ficha, this dude looked like a freaking monster, dude. Oh, man. I would never. Yeah. Todos tienen en control. Yeah, that's right, friends. So please do not let your kids around nobody, friends. Talk to them. And I'm not going to say like hide them from everybody. No, don't do that either. But make sure that you got an eye on what's going on, that you see signs. If you see something that's not right, like the kid bedwets, there are signs that the kids give you when they don't want to, when they lack hygiene. That's a sign. When the kid doesn't want to shower, that's a sign. When they pee the bed, that's a sign. When they get scared of somebody, when somebody shows up and they just go to the room and don't want to talk to them, that's a sign. They give you signs. Kids give you signs. You need to be a parent to know what is going on, to decipher. Hey, why are you acting like that? What's wrong? Come here. I need to talk to you. Pull them to the side. Hey, I'm your mother. I love you. I love you so much. And something is not right. I want you to tell me what's going on. That's the kind of conversations you should have. Don't be wondering. Sometimes I get moms that reach out to me and they're like, Grizzy, I think somebody's touching my kid. I'm like, have you talked to them? No. Well, what are you waiting for, sis? And I have to be the voice of, hey, go talk to your baby. You ain't got to be talking to me. Some of y'all rely on social media so much, and that's not good. Some of y'all don't know who your kids are either. That's a big one, friends. Yesterday, I had a mom from North Shore High School talk to me about her kid was a victim. He got his nose broken. Oh, he's a victim. My son, oh, he got beaten up. Now he's got to go to this remedial school, blah, blah, blah. He's innocent. He didn't do shit. Then I posted it, right? And I said the words allegedly, and I did not even want to mention the school until the other party came forward. The lady who does not lack accountability, she held her son accountable. She said, my son is the one that broke that boy's nose. But let me tell you why the other boy is going to a remedial school. And basically that other boy assaulted an officer. He was the one harassing all the other kids. He's the one that initiated the fight. I saw the video. There's a video. And he got dealt with. Fuck around and found out. The first mom that was like, oh, my son is so innocent. Her son fucked around and found out. And the other mom, you know, like the boy plays football. He's got a lot of shit going for himself. Of course, he's got to defend himself. Unfortunately, when you defend yourself, the kids still get consequences. I don't think that's right either. I don't think that's right. If the law says that we are allowed to defend ourselves, like here, it's like if a criminal were to come and attack me and I fight back, I don't get charged for it. Why do they punish kids for defending themselves? I'm never going to understand that. The boy that broke that kid's nose, he shouldn't have ever even been in trouble. But whatever, you know, he was punished. I don't think that's necessarily fair, because that's what stops kids from being bullied and stuff, man. The kids are afraid to fight back sometimes because they don't want to get in trouble, and they just take the licks. I don't think that's right. Something's got to change about all of that. Yeah. Yes. And ladies, last night I shared the story of Kenya Guardado. I think that's her name, Kenya Guardado. There's a guy on the run, and he's accused of rape. Ayala, what's his name? Something Ayala. This guy, he's on the run in Mexico, right? And he's making videos. He's so arrogant, such a narcissist. He says that he paid an attorney $30,000, that the U.S. government knows where he's at and everything is all good. This fugitive, this guy that's in Mexico, after he killed this girl, the single mom, he came home with her. She took him back to the apartment. He killed her. The family was like, hey, where is she? She needs to come get her little boy. It's Monday or Tuesday, whatever. She needs to get her son. And so they did a welfare check on Kenya. And when the officers went in there to do the check on her, she was found naked below the waist, shot in the middle of the head, shot in the head, and naked below from the waist down. He was in there for maybe about 30 minutes, and he's seen on video running out. And this was in October. October. In July, somewhere in the month of July, prior to killing Kenya, he was also accused of raping a 15-year-old. So that's another charge. So this guy's on the run for sex crimes are his MO. Unfortunately, Kenya was also killed. So this guy's on the run, and we have females like saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that." And then we had a female during my live video when I read the court documents last night. Oh, he's so cute. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Why are y'all doing this? Why do y'all glamorize a chomo and a rapist and a killer? I don't understand that. Are y'all that desperate? Because there ain't no dingling out there that'll make me lose my mind. Some of y'all, and I think that these females that say these things and like, oh, poor Poppy. Oh, I'm so sorry you're going through that. I believe that you're innocent and you can't rationalize, or they know that he did it and they're like, oh, he's fine. Some of y'all are the same ones that your daughters will tell you that something's happening. And you might believe them, but you don't do anything about it. There are mothers out there that know that their kids are being touched and they don't care. They rather have the man than to protect their own child, their own flesh and blood that they gave birth to, man. Man, I don't understand that. I don't understand. I pray for y'all. Y'all are weak as fuck. We got some females out there that are glamorizing this rapist killer that's on the loose in Mexico. They jump on all his live videos and they're like, I'm so sorry this is happening to you. We're showing you surveillance images that this dude was last seen with Kenya. His phone pinged at her apartments off of Forum Park. That's where she lives, off of Forum Park. I think it was like West Side Patrol, maybe. West Side, somewhere out there. Southwest, somewhere out there. Forum Park Drive. That's where she was killed, in those apartments. And there's video footage of him going in with her and then running out. And he had a black purse with him. Maybe it's for him. Maybe he had a purse. I don't know. It's the Ash Trevino effect. They don't care. Yeah, I know, friend. This world is really messed up. And the fact that these females are saying it publicly with no shame. They're not ashamed. We are in the times where evil is just out in the open, you guys. Back in the day, people used to be embarrassed. Like, when I was a criminal committing crimes, I was embarrassed. These days, these criminals are out there bragging about the shit. When I was a criminal back in the early 2000s, because I was a criminal for like a year and a half, maybe two. HPD and TDCJ stopped me. They stopped me from myself. They saved my life. I always say that the government and the HPD saved my life, right? I owe HPD. I love me some HPD. So they stopped me from potentially killing somebody or getting involved in something even more detrimental, right? So back in the day, I would have never bragged about committing crimes because I knew right from wrong. You know, even though I was doing wrong, it didn't mean that I wanted people to know that. Now we got these youngsters, they brag about going into a store and running out with all the merchandise. We got guys that are proud and they love to tell people that they are pimps and that they exploit women. We have people that lust on children and share that publicly. We have women that admire chomos and they share that with us and they're not embarrassed. There's no shame. It's like evil is exposed right before our eyes. And for some reason, they think it's okay. Show me who you are, I will believe you. So we believe y'all. We believe y'all, trolls. We believe y'all. All y'all women that are needy and desperate like that, I feel sorry for you, man. I would never. Baby, I don't need no sex for the rest of my life, friends. I don't need none of that shit. I wish that women would be more empowered. You know, I don't see, some guys are thirsty too, but I don't see guys like that. I see a lot of ladies that are so desperate to keep somebody that they'll overlook what they are. They'll overlook the monsters that these dudes are just because they don't want to be alone or because they're cute. Yeah. The devil is out there, friends. He's out there. Don't let him snatch you up, and make sure that you're building up your daughters and your sons so that they don't act like that. So they're not like, please build up your children. And don't have children if you're not ready to bring goodness into this world. When you bring a child, you bring an angel into this world. If you're not prepared to nurture that angel into a good person, then don't have children. Some of y'all are bringing angels and creating demons because you put your kid last. Some of y'all don't feed your kids. Some of y'all don't care how your kid survives. Some of y'all's kids are walking around at nighttime, breaking into other people's cars and stealing shit, and you don't care. And you don't care. There are some that care, but some of y'all don't care. Some of y'all got starving children right now. And thank God that they're in school where they have access to possibly breakfast and lunch. Some of y'all don't even care, but you're quick to go eat steak and shrimp with that dude or have your nails done or whatever it is. The priorities for your children are not there. And the kids grow up knowing that they're not loved and saying F the world. I know. Yeah. Yeah, friends. Chomos is a child molester. Chomo, child molester. Chomo. All right, friends, I gotta go. I love y'all. Stay safe. Let me catch a nap. I just woke up. I had to go to the doctor's this morning, and I'm gonna catch a nap right now. I only slept like 2 hours because I've been putting videos together. So you're gonna see a bunch of videos. Friends, pray for Audrii. This guy, Steven McDougal, he signed for parole, life sentence without the possibility of parole. What that means, I really don't know. But we're going to let God decide what happens next and whatever. He has a jacket on him. He's already part of a hate group. I don't know if it's the Featherwoods or the Aryan Brotherhood or whatever. I think it's the Aryan Brothers. They're not going to play that shit. They don't play. Them folks don't play about chomos and stuff and children killers. He might be put in ag seg, but that doesn't mean shit. Like I told y'all, I've been in ag seg before, and I was fighting in there. So that don't matter. That does not matter. That the prison rules, there are no rules in prison. As long as you have corrupt bosses and TDCJ officials, it's whatever. They don't care if those guys eat, have access to any blankets. They don't give a shit. We got people dying every day in TDCJ. They don't care. They don't care. It's just a money cash cow. You are a cash cow if you become part of the system. It's convenient for people to be locked up. The government, the system, it's convenient to be locked up. It creates jobs. It creates wealth. You guys are cash cows. Everybody, all these bandits out here stealing. You're feeding the courts. You're feeding attorneys. You're doing all of it. You're part of the revolving door. Hey, do you want to be shackled up for the rest of your life, or do you want to be a normal free person? It's up to you. Get better. All right, friends. I love y'all. Yeah. All right. Bye. Blessings. Hopefully he meets Bubba and has the spread cheeks.